Hi, everyone. My name is Anton Voroniuk. I'm Chief Executive Officer of SkillsBooster Academy, and today we will talk about top 22 SEO tools for beginners. Why SEO is such a vital tool for digital marketing? Search engine organic traffic is one of the biggest traffic source in all digital marketing strategy. And today we will talk about tools that every digital marketer, every SEO specialist need to use if you want to be successful in your SEO approach. So a little bit about our experience. We are in digital marketing for 15 years, and our experience was starting just about SEO. We started as SEO agency, and still we have a lot of really powerful brands in our portfolio. We help them with SEO audits, SEO promotion, keyword research, link building tactics, and so on. So today I'll start our webinar from the tools that every SEO specialist and every digital marketer have to use on their strategy, tactics, and so on. Let's start from the first one. It's Google Search Console. Google Search Console is a tool which everyone who is in digital marketing have to use. Google Search Console is a tool that you need to implement from the beginning. You install a Google Search Console on your website, prove that you are the owner of this website, and start checking details about your issues, errors that you have with your website, and so on. If you talk about Google Search Console, this tool is totally free, and it must be used by all people who want to better understand the main errors of their website, to monitor keywords which are ranked in Google right now, to understand which issues are with descriptions, titles, and so on. So this is basic. This is tool number one, and everyone uses it as the basis. Which is the next step? The next step is to better understand your competitors. In this slide, we have both two powerful tools, SimilarWeb and SEMrush. Both of them gives you the best understanding of where are you now right now. If you want to start your digital marketing approach, SEO promotion, any other traffic activities, you need to understand what traffic your competitors have right now, and you need to better communicate what traffic sources, what keywords, what pages, and so on. All this data you can get from SimilarWeb or SEMrush reports. I prefer SimilarWeb. SimilarWeb has rather accurate data, but at the same time, I know a lot of great SEOs who use SEMrush, and they're also lovable with this tool and use a lot of data and insights from SEMrush. The main advantage of the most tools you will see today in my presentation, they have a free version. And if you are not familiar with SEMrush, if you're not familiar with SimilarWeb, you can go there, register a free demo, get a free access, and try it for yourself to analyze your competitors, to analyze your website, examine existing issues in traffic, and so on. So don't hesitate. After this webinar will finish, try to go to all these tools and test them for yourself. I also have a question for you. Try to count on your fingers how many new tools you will get during these webinars. So we have just three tools. So the most of them, I think, are familiar for you. The first one was Google Search Console. It's like a must-have. And if we talk about competitor analysis, SimilarWeb and SEMrush are on board, and you need their data to better understand your market, to understand your SEO approach, and what things exactly can you do if you want to compete in your SEO niche. So the next step is building links, and here we have also three powerful tools. Top of the top is Ahrefs, Majestic, and Moz. Of course, SEO is about link building, getting rich links, outreaching links, and so on. So if you talk about any link building tactics, you need to run through these tools to get data about from which sources these links were get, which anchor text, how many links, how many anchors, what is the ratio of domains or URL. All this data you can find in Ahrefs, Majestic, and Moz. If you will ask which is my favorite link analysis tools, of course it's Ahrefs. Ahrefs is really great and powerful SEO complex. You have a lot of tools here, not just about links, but all SEOs, they spend a lot of time checking Ahrefs data, examining all things that you can examine about your competitor links, link building strategy, how did they use it, and so on. So don't hesitate to start Ahrefs for your projects. You also can register for free on Majestic and Moz and get more valuable data about your links from these services. So let's go forward. Of course, all SEOs are struggling with content. There are a lot of ideas how you can create a beautiful content that will love not just search engines, but human beings too. BuzzSumo is really great content marketing tool. If you want to learn more about topics which are really interesting in your niche, if you want to build the right content plan, BuzzSumo is your best friend in this challenge. You need to start from struggling and go into BuzzSumo, register your free version, and after that you will cut ideas about what content was the most popular in your social networks. You can examine which exactly articles get the most links, get the most social media improvement, and so on. So BuzzSumo is a lovable tool for digital marketers, for content marketers, and of course for SEO specialists who just don't want to create an SEO content, but want to create content will be really helpful for humans. So self-start. If we talk about creating the right keyword, there are a lot of tools you can use for this approach. Most of tools you see before on slides, they can be used for this approach. You can use Google Ads Keyword Planner. You can use data from Google Search Console, SimilarWeb, SEMrush, Ahrefs. Most of these tools can be used for keyword research. On our side, we love data from SERPstat. SERPstat gives you ability to find keywords rather quick and work with these keywords in the right way. So the next step is all things connected with SEO audit, and there are a lot of tools that provide free SEO audit tools, help you to examine your websites on regular basis. We often use SEO ranking and Netpeak software for examining our website on main SEO issues connected with on-page optimization, providing SEO audit, and so on. SEO ranking provides all your data online. Netpeak software gives this ability to do it offline, so you can use both SEO ranking and Netpeak software if you want to share more data about things that are really interesting for you. So if we talk about another great tool, and we've already mentioned most when we talked about links, is Mozcast. All SEOs are struggling with daily routine, checking their position, checking SERPs, and understanding what had happened with their position, with their ranking right now. And if we talk about Mozcast, this tool helps you to understand where are you right now, what is changing in your ranking, and what things are happening. If we are going to Mozcast, you will see that exactly at this moment, Google is unrolling their major update, and everything that what is happening in SERPs is really clarifying. So if you want to find this information and see how it works, what is changing, what algorithm changes were done by Google, you can do it with Mozcast. Of course, most of these tools, if we are running through them, they are well known for all guys who are working in SEO for a long term. And if you talk about people who are newbies in SEO, some of these tools can be okay for you. That's why I've asked my colleagues who are working as SEO pro seniors in our SEO team to share tools which can be really interesting for pros. So the first part was about old friends for beginners. So these tools, they are must have, and if you want to be successful SEO specialist, you can't live without Google Search Console, SimilarWeb competitors data, Ahrefs link data, and so on. But if we are talking about tools that you will see in the second part of presentation, you will must be sure that there are tools that are only can be used exactly for SEO tasks, for some SEO pro approaches, and so on. So let's move the new friends time. In this case, there are a lot of different tools that you can examine. And as I've already mentioned, you can examine them totally for free. Let's start from the answer the public. If we talk about content strategy, I've already recommended my old friend BuzzSumo, which helps you to find ideas about your content. helps you to start your content plan faster and do it in the right and the most efficient way. If you talk about Answer the Public, this tool gives you ability to find the right questions of your target audience. You are not creating content just to create content. You are writing articles which are really an issue for your audience. So if you want to work with SEO, if you want to find real pain of your audience, please use Answer the Public to find ideas for content creations. You will find here the real valuable content, and this content will be helpful for you to write your articles, to create your YouTube videos, create Facebook posts, Instagram posts, TikTok videos, etc. This is about really useful content planning based not just about ideas. Maybe it can be interesting for my audience, but it works on keyword research, on keywords which are people really searching in search engines, and this information is really must have if you want to grow your activity online as fast as you can. So the next big tool is Clarity. Clarity is mostly about conversion rate optimization. Of course, they have some SEO tools and SEO models. But if you talk about things which are really important in SEO, it's not just content, it's not just link. Your website must be easy to use for your customers. And Clarity have a lot of tools that help you to understand what exactly is working right now, what things you are doing wrong, or what things are doing okay in conversion rate optimization. In this stuff, you need to run through such things as heat maps, as click maps, and so on. There are a lot of conversion optimization tools in Clarity, and they are integrated with the most SEO toolkits such as Google Search Console, Google Analytics. You can integrate these tools in Clarity and examine your data and better understand what piece of content is really working good, what things you can implement faster, and so on. If you didn't try Clarity, I hope you do it after this webinar, because this tool gives really valuable insights about the kind of content people are searching. What do they do on your website? Is your website clear and useful for them? Or they live just seeing the first screen of your homepage? All this data that will make your website better, that will make your bounce rate lower, help you to get additional attention from search engines. Let's go forward. If you talk about keywordtool.io, this tool is also well known as a tool that helps you to find keywords not just about Google. We've named a lot of tools that help you to make keyword research in case you're working with Google. It's Google Ads Keyword Planner, your Google Search Console account, Ahrefs, SEMrush, SimilarWeb, and so on. But if we talk about keyword research for such platforms as YouTube, Amazon, eBay, Bing, App Store, Google Store, and so on, you can do it with keywordtool.io. This specific tool is about finding the right keywords for platforms that also have a lot of search demand. And one of the most powerful of them is YouTube. If you talk about our content strategy, we are creating content not just for our websites as SEO, as Google SEO, but we are doing a lot of video content for YouTube. And to optimize your content in the right way, do it as fast as you can. You can use keywordtool.io to find the right keywords for YouTube. If we talk about YouTube, it's not just the biggest video provider. It is the second biggest search engine. So don't hesitate, go to keywordtool.io and check your keywords, check your topics, searching for new content ideas that you might use in your content plan. You can ask what more. If you are selling on a marketplace, you can find some ideas on keywordtool.io. For example, here you can see the Amazon mark, you can see here eBay, other marks, and so on. But at the same time, all marketplaces have their own statistics about keywords which are really working in exact topic and exact niche. We are selling our courses on Udemy, so Udemy Marketplace Insight is the best solution that helps us to examine keywords for creating our courses. If you are selling on Amazon, you can use SimilarWeb, Amazon Intelligence, or Shopping Intelligence to find keywords for categories, for exact products, niches, and so on. All this data is really valuable when you start working with marketplaces, because marketplaces gain a lot of traffic, really great amount of traffic. And if you want to use it as fast as you can, you need to start running through all of them step by step. Udemy Marketplace Insights is just an example. Of course, you have such things as internal Amazon tools. You can use such things as data of other marketplaces. Keyword tool IO is also can be possible used in this case. So let's go forward and let's examine what is a really working tool. A Cloud Natural Language.ai is a tool that helps you create real and natural language that will be lovable by audience, and you can run your text through this algorithm and compare it with Google algorithm too. So if you talk about Cloud Natural Language.ai, this tool is integrated in Google Cloud Platform. You need some credits to start and to use it, and to just go there and examine are your texts are good enough or not good enough in Search Engine Console. So structured data markup helper. If you talk about the first our slide, it was about Google Search Console, but now we can see that it is not just the one tool you can use here. You can use also structured data markup helper. This tool is inside of Google Search Console. It helps you to create really great markup for your website. You can do it for articles, book reviews, data sets, events, job posting, local businesses, movies, products, question and answer page, restaurants, software applications, TV episodes, etc. There are a lot of different kinds of markups you can use, and this is tool that you need to run through and examine before you decide that, yes, I'm really beautiful in search results examine page. So if you want to make your listing more better, if you want to get more audience, get better results, don't hesitate, go to structured data markup helper, examine it, and it will help you to make your listing more interesting. So Publix3W is another great tool for pros. People are often searching for new link abilities, and if we talk about gray SEO tactics, which is used in most competitive niches, it's creating a PBNs, so private blog networks. Private blog networks is creating the network of blogs that will give links to your website. Google don't love this because it's like some kind of cheating, but in super competitive niches, this tool is used very often. To understand what PBNs are used with your competitors, is this tool okay for them, and so on, you can examine the exact type of codes, and you can use, in this case, source code search engine. So for example, you are finding some website which looks like PBN and is linking on your competitors, you can do the next thing. You can go to this website, to Publix3W, go to source code search engine and try to find a snippet or signature keyword or just a part of code and see where this code is repeating. Of course, if we talk about creating PBNs, they are usually created on the same CMS, often they're really similar templates. Sometimes it's like automatic story that when from one center, everything is created like hundreds of thousands of websites. So you can find the PBN networks of your competitors, and it gives a really additional value for you for understanding which exact traffic sources, which exact link building texts do they use. So another my lovable tool is Surfer SEO. Everyone who is creating content for your websites and creating content really which works in SEO, this is Surfer SEO. This tool helps you to create articles fully optimized. They have really great artificial intelligence. They help you to find ideas for content, keywords for content, create text faster, optimize it faster. So everyone who is okay in our search engine optimization, I recommend to start Surfer SEO and test via content editor. It's really powerful tool that helps you create SEO text like a pro. So you can do it rather fast. And this is maybe the most valuable feature for this tool. Of course, there are small other tools, and if you talk about another my lovable option in Surfer SEO, it's a regular SEO audit. In our previous cases and previous slides, a lot of newbies are thinking that you just done SEO audit one time and it will be everything okay. Unfortunately not. You need to do SEO audit on a regular basis, and Surfer SEO has tool that helps you to integrate your Google Search Console, and they will send you regular based tips, what you need to change on your website, and these insights will help you to do it faster, easier, and much more better. So if you talk about the tool, it is Uptime Robot. Uptime Robot is a tool that helps you to make your website speed much more better. It's not very important to tell that your website will not be lovable for Google if your website will be really slow. So Uptime Robot will help you to understand first what is going on with your website. Is it have any kinds of uptimes, errors? Do you have struggles with your HTTPS and so on? I recommend to start Uptime Robot for your SEO campaigns, for your PPC campaigns, and monitor your website to better understand if you have any issues with your website availability. We launched and set up Uptime Robot for most of our projects we are working with, and I also recommend to use these tools for your projects and for your database. So the next big thing is speedlinks.net. It's also about more aggressive link building tactics. Of course, you know that there are white methods of link building, gray methods, and black methods of link building. We are not talking about black. But if you talk about aggressive gray link building, of course, speedlinks.net can be helpful for everyone who want their links from PBNs, big articles, other sites ranked faster and cached faster. So speedlinks.net helps you get your links in index and cached much more faster than it will be organically. If you are using effective link building tactics and you want to get your links in Google cache and index faster, use speedlinks.net, and this tool will be really helpful for you and get additional value for search engine approach and link building tactics. So the last but not the least, it's all about outreach. Link building is becoming more and more complicated. And to outreach people who will really put link to your website, you need to spend a lot of time. You need to send a lot of emails, and hunter.io and findthatlead.com are tools that help you to find exactly people in exact company. So you need to add just the company name, and you will find the addresses of these company employers and try to contact them with the question, guys, we need to collaborate. Guys, we need to get link from your website. Guys, we can buy this link. We can create really great content for you. Let's discuss what kind of collaboration can be interesting for you, and so on. Hunter.io and findthatlead.com are tools that are really helpful in the outreach. Of course, if you talk about any strategies you can use, it's mostly impossible right now to do it without LinkedIn. We use both email outreach, we use LinkedIn outreach. Of course, if you use LinkedIn, you can't do it totally for free. You need to pay for Sales Navigator. But at the same time, if you use all these tools, this can be a really great value if you want to find exact links from exact websites and exact partners. So guys, that's all. We just ran through the 22 tools for 2022. We tried to add new tools to this toolkit. If you have any tools that you it was first time you have heard about them, don't hesitate, write about this in chat. I asked you to count how many new tools did you get from this webinar. So please write in chat the number of new tools. It can be 5 tools, 6 tools, 22 tools, or maybe 0 of them. Don't hesitate, answer in chat how many new tools did you get from this webinar. And traditionally, on all our webinars, we have Q&A section. My colleagues got this question from Google search form. I'm running through this form right now. let's have a deep dive in questions that you've asked for me during the preparation of webinar and in Google form. So let's look right now here. What is the first thing to learn to become an SEO specialist? Maybe this is easy and complicated question. The first thing to learn, you need to run through Google Search Console help. It's rather big, it's rather complicated. If you're not English native speaker, it's really hard for you to read it on your native languages, because in our case, we examined in some languages, not English, and every time it was paying, because Google translation of Google help for Google Search Console is not ideal in the most languages. So if you can't read it in English, I recommend to do it in English. If not, try to examine it in your native language. What is the second thing to learn? I think that our course on Udemy about SEO strategy will be a good start. Don't hesitate, go to Udemy, find Anton Voroniuk profile, and there you will find SEO strategy course. This course I totally recommend. You can run it and get information about SEO basis, about how to use most of these tools in detail, and this can really help you to start your SEO career. Let's go forward. How to grow in SEO professionally? The main answer to this question is about tests. You need to test activities on regular basis. You need to test all things that you can do as fast as you can, so you can run through the next big issues. If you don't test your ideas, your hypotheses, your link strategies, and so on, it can be really complicated. So I recommend you to start from creating your own website, put the Google Analytics, Google Search Console, try to examine your niche with all these tools that you've got from my today presentation, and it will be really helpful. How I can get a lot of clients? It depends on you want to get clients for SEO service or for any other kind of business. I think that SEO is more long-term strategy. The fast way how you can get a lot of clients is just to launch ads. You can launch Google ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, etc. And it's the fastest way how to get clients. Please recommend free SEO tools for people who are working hard to start a business but have zero money to invest. All these tools, most of these tools that you got from this presentation, they are totally free. They have free version. The totally free is not correct. So you can run through them, you can test them and try to integrate them in your strategy. If you will see the value from these tools, you can test them a little bit later. So don't hesitate, get this video, get this presentation, and try to use them as fast as you can. Just register in a free demo. What is your top 3 SEO tools? The first one is Ahrefs. Ahrefs is like must-have. You can't live without Ahrefs. SimilarWeb gives a lot of data and insights. And the third one, it's really hard to, maybe without Google Search Console, all life is totally impossible. So maybe Search Console will be the third one. How do I apply the SEO tools while creating content? I think that BuzzSumo and Surfer SEO Content Editor are 2 tools that you need to examine. If you didn't watch this webinar from the beginning, please go to these chapters in this webinar, learn more about Surfer SEO, learn more about BuzzSumo. These tools help you to find content ideas, create better content, and better optimized content. Content or links, the answer is really easy. You need to use both. In my course, SEO Strategy on Udemy, you will see that there are such not complicated, but more easy things as SEO pyramid. SEO pyramid is the kind how I explain SEO algorithms. Of course, there are a lot of machine learning, artificial intelligence in Google algorithm right now, but you can learn a lot of things about Google ranking just running through my SEO pyramid. What you will learn that content is basis, and in the first level, you can't move to links without content. Links is the second step, but it's also very crucial. So they must be used both. And don't forget that you can create great content, great links, but there is also Google artificial intelligence that are mixing all these factors together. There are more than 200 different factors, and you can't predict the result, unfortunately. What page of the site should be closed for indexing, contact forms, headings, contact information, authors? Where the best place to do it? This is the question, depends on exact website. We usually close search. We usually close some tricky pages that are issues of exact CMS. All other things like forms, filters, and so on depends on exact case. Where is the best place to do it? Robots.txt, maybe it's the easiest way, but in some cases we use redirects. In some cases we use other directives for search engine to crawl or not crawl exact pages. Should I fill in the title for internal and external links on the site? It can be used, but it's not crucial. It's one of the factors that can be used, but its role is really, really low. If you can do it automatically, if you can aggregate this data and fill them automatically, please do it. How much anchors of internal links affect the ranking of the acceptor page? This is one of philosophical questions. In SEO, you can't answer like how much 8 or 5 or 1,000. You need to run through the competitor research. One of my colleagues love to say that you need to watch hrefs like you're watching TV. You are opening hrefs, you are opening exact your niche and starting analyzing your internal links. And you are like getting the ideas of how much anchors will be okay. How to increase sales on my website of children's clothes effectively and with minimum investment. This is maybe about crowd marketing. You need to gather websites like forums, communities for young moms, for young parents, and start communication there. It's like the investment without budget, but at the same time, you can run through the advertisement. Advertisement is the fastest way. You need to understand that if you want to invest minimum, you invest a lot of your time. Investing some budget and some team time make you faster, and you don't lose time, and you can move in the right way. So it depends. What can I do in my blog post for getting more traffic during a long period of time? This is about SEO strategy. You need to go to some of tools that I've showed you during this presentation. You need to go to BuzzSumo, enter the public, and try to examine them right there. So you can see what topics are evergreen. You can create really efficient content plan and start producing content of these topics. So the next one is how to use data from GA to prepare KPIs. In SEO, there are two main KPIs: traffic from search engines and sales from search engines. Traffic you will see by default, just set up in Google Analytics and connecting your accounts of Google Ads and Google Analytics. It will divide organic and paid traffic. But to get data about sales, you need to set up end-to-end analytics or transactional analytics, as I usually call it. And in this case, you will see sales. So amount of organic traffic and amount of sales from organic traffic. It's two basic KPIs. Of course, if you are not playing like a short strategy game, you can try to measure ROI, but it's always a quest. It's always a challenge to measure ROI of search engine optimization, because there are a lot of issues and a lot of unpredictable things that it can be really hard. How to get your first followers on tumblr.com? Unfortunately, I'm not expert in Tumblr, so in this question, I can't help you. So guys, I think that we can maybe find some questions in chat. I don't see the questions in chat right now. We can run through the next valuable things that I have to you. The first gift is to get in our course Digital Marketing Strategy Bundle, 7 practical courses in one. You can go right here. You can go to our website, skillsbooster.net. We have here one big course, it's Digital Marketing Strategy Bundle, and we have here 2 conferences. One conference is already done, is Digital Start Day, and the another big conference will be SEO Day on August 17. You can go here and register for our SEO Day conference. It's totally free. You will see a lot of valuable speeches there. So please register on SEO Day. We are still negotiating with most of our partners agenda. You will find my speeches of other great guys. So see you on SEO Day. And if you want to get your discount for our digital marketing strategy course, don't hesitate. Use this QR code or just a coupon code at 20, and you will get 20% discount. Another my gift for you, it's 90% off for my SEO strategy course on Udemy. So if you will try to search Anton Voroniuk on Udemy, you will see that we have a lot of really great students. We have mostly 300,000 students and 14 courses on Udemy. Among our courses, one of the most valuable for you on topic of this webinar will be SEO strategy. So you can enroll to our SEO strategy course. And we also have one more topical course. We have a new course in Building 2022, and we are starting working with course on keyword research. So please examine our Udemy courses. Right now, there is big sale on Udemy. You can get courses with 80–90% discount. So use this QR code, or you can just go to search, type in Anton Voroniuk Udemy, and get all these courses there. So guys, I want to thank you for being with us. I know that most of our students in different parts of the world, and you will watching this webinar in recording. So don't hesitate, write your questions under the video. We will try to answer them with our team, and we will happy to see you on our next webinars. As I've told, the most topical for you and the most interesting will be big online conference. It will be SEO Day on the 17th of August. So guys, thank you for your attention. Have a great day and see you on our other webinars. Thank you and bye-bye.